UvaldeRadio.net. Good evening. It's Robert McGill once again live at Friday Night Live, Broadway 830, 100 East Main Street in downtown Uvalde. If you are in Uvalde, proper, if you're local, you've got time to get on down here and see a great live show with Kay O'Neill from Sabinal, and she is right here with me. Welcome again, Kay O'Neill. How are you, ma'am?
I'm great. I'm glad to be here.
I think I can hear you just fine, so
Okay,
I think your mic is working. Let me just make sure it's in there. Good. Okay. Because I just realized I didn't check your mic.
I just realized that too.
There you go. Okay, I can hear you real good now. So we are live at Broadway 830. Now, the last time that you did a Friday Night Live at Broadway, I don't think I made it. I think I was out of town.
You had like a football game or something, but I still had a great time here. So
right, it was football season, so we had the live broadcast for the Coyotes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry I missed that, but it's good to have you here and your dad as always.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
So do you drag him along, or does he drag you along?
I drag him along.
I was gonna
definitely.
say. Very cool.
Yeah, he definitely used to be the one dragging, but it's switched now.
So I know it's interesting. You got a lot to talk about because you're in a very transitional time in your life right now, right?
I am.
So I feel kind of special. This is a good opportunity to talk to you because I mean, if you make it huge one day, then this is going to be the one where it's like, okay, she went from being this teenage girl performer, local, maybe to possibly, the next big thing, whether it's Tanya Tucker or Kelsey Ballerini. I mean, who knows what direction?
I would love that, honestly.
You're like, I like to do both.
Yeah, I was like, I'm glad you're putting that out into the universe right now.
Call me Tanya Ballerini. I'm going to do a tribute band. We're going to do a chit country. It's going to be good.
Sounds good to me.
It's going to be good. But, so there's a whole lot to talk about with you right now. But let's go and start off with some music, right? Get it right out of the bat so we know we're working here. Your first single that you sent out to Texas radio was Leave Texas Dry, right?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and give me a quick background on this. We'll play it on the radio.
I basically dated a guy, told me he wanted to move to Kansas. And I was like, you want to leave Texas? Should have been my first red flag. Anyways, I was really sad about it. I was like, I don't want to do long distance. So I thought, what's the most important thing we need around here? And that's rain, because we're always in a drought.
Yeah.
And I put the two and two together, and that's how I got this one.
Kansas, of all places.
I know, Kansas. Like, what's there?
Lame. All right, check it out. This is Kay O'Neill, Leave Texas Dry. This is Friday Night Live on UvaldeRadio.net.
He's like summer rain I'd go miles just so we could make it. 'Cause I'm starting to see how hard it would be to let him pass by. Leaves out sunshine. Don't leave out sunshine. Leaves out
All right, UvaldeRadio.net. That's Kay O'Neill and Leave Texas Dry. You know what? It could be wetter, right? It could be a little.
It definitely
we
could
get some
be
rain.
right now.
Woo!
Yeah, it's
Man.
been like burning up around
We
here.
had that huge drought last year,
Yeah.
famous drought, and then
Yeah.
got some really good kind of winter and spring rain, and now it's like it's all just dried up. It's gone.
It literally took like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's all dried up.
My parents have some land out near Campwood, still Uvalde, but towards that area, by the dam,
Yeah.
and 417, and they were like, yeah, we were just watering the lawn and the pecan trees, and they dried up their own well. It's like,
Yeah.
doggone it, man. Texas problems, right?
Yeah, Texas problems for sure. The heat is insane.
So yeah, so obviously we got Kay O'Neill here in from Sabinal performing tonight at Friday Night Live, Broadway 830. This is what, your second, maybe third time?
For sure, my second
For sure,
time
second.
being here. Yeah.
Did you do a Hangar 6 maybe for us at one time?
Oh, I don't think I
No?
did,
Okay,
but I'd
so-
love to do that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Well, for a while we've always done Friday Night Lives here at Broadway, and then
Yeah.
they were under construction for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Or every now and again they'll have something happen, but we have to move it to Hangar 6 Air Cafe. But that hasn't happened in a while. Been pretty consistent here, but
that happened right before I came here, I think. Like,
Oh, yeah.
they were under construction, and it, like, opened up right before I got to come.
look at
so,
you. You're like
yeah.
the good luck charm.
I guess so.
But being from Sabinal, you definitely write Texas kind of lyrics. So that's very influenced by whether it's our weather or our jerk men.
There's a lot of those.
So Kay, without going, you're a young lady. Without getting too personal, I'm not going to ask how old you are, but give us whatever information you're willing to share.
I'm 18, just
18 years old.
graduated.
Just graduated. Wow.
Yeah, high school, and I'm getting ready to go to Schreiner University for college here
That's
in the fall.
fantastic.
So, yeah.
Well, first of all, congratulations for making it through that grueling, crazy process we called high school. And you went to? Did you go to public
Yes,
school?
I did.
The
I
public
went to
school
public
system.
school.
That's a challenge not
I
only on the
survived
students
it.
but on the parents as well too, because the public school system just seems to be trying to steamroll over parents these days. So I know you got a good set.
I do.
So you made it through high school, and what was high school like? What did you study? What was your focus, I guess?
See, I never was like really big in school too much. I like academics. I'm a big nerd. Little fun fact about me. I don't really show it too much, but I like joined the accounting team in my junior year, like for UIL, and we ended up going to state, and we did it again this
Wait,
past year.
accounting?
Yeah.
First of all, newsflash.
So
This is the day that I learned it was UIL accounting.
yeah, there's UIL accounting.
Did you guys wear those little visors and have a little
No.
answer machine?
No, I kind of wish we had.
Looking
That
like a
would have
bookie.
been more fun. Yeah, but I remember my first like competition.
Do you
at
even know what a
state.
bookie is? You're 18 years
Yes,
old. Here's
I
what I make
do.
sure.
Yes, I
Making
do.
all these like old school, like old man curmudgeon references.
No, you're fine. Yeah, but anyway, so it just kind of sparked an interest, and that's what I'm going to school to study for now is accounting.
Wow, accounting.
But-
So if you stay in the music business, at least you know you won't.
Exactly.
Nobody be ripping you off, right?
That's exactly my thinking. I'm not going to get ripped off. I'm going to
Now
handle my finances.
tell me this, because you've been an independent, artist for a while.
Yeah.
Have you made enough money doing this to where you've had a need to use your own services to keep track of the books, or is it just kind of more or less off the books?
More or less.
It's,
off
I'm,
the
I'm, I'm,
books.
the IRS is not listening. It's okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I don't know. I just handle it myself.
I'm gonna
right
get into a
now.
trap over here.
Yeah, please don't do that to me. Don't expose me. Yeah, but for the most part, I mean, I just handle it all myself.
She's like, I know all the loopholes.
Yeah.
I know all the write-offs, all the tricks. I can help you out. Give me a call. But well, that seems like a good work, good business to get into.
Yeah.
Why accounting? Do you have accounting in the family, or you just found that you were good with numbers and like balancing checkbooks, keeping books, or what?
It definitely was the UIL competing
Just
in
that?
it.
Ah.
I had a good teacher, a good coach, and he just made me really fall in love with it. And I don't know, it was kind of weird for me. I've always liked numbers though, so I mean, it kind of makes sense. And it's the only thing I've really been interested in, like studying.
So what's the difference between a good accountant and a bad accountant? Besides the obvious, math errors.
Well, my thinking is like, I don't know, like in our area, I've heard of a lot of accountants like stealing money from the people that they do their accounting for.
Just straight up dishonesty.
Being crooked, yeah.
Okay.
And I kind of want to put an end to that, I guess, because I'm not planning on leaving like after college. During college, I'm gonna explore, but like I think I'm gonna stay around our area. So I'd like to give like somebody like a good place to go and do their bookkeeping.
What I want to know is who keeps the accountants accountable. See what I did there?
Who holds them accountable?
You see what I did there? Is there accountant police? What's going on there?
I don't know, honestly. Probably.
That's what you need to do. You need to be whatever that. I mean, there's so
fun,
many agencies. You know what I mean? And law enforcement. There's got to be somebody that's.
It's probably just the feds or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's just the IRS.
Yeah.
Who knew it? They were the good guys this whole time. Wow, fantastic. So that is your pursuit of study.
Yes.
And again, which college you going to again?
Shriner University in Kerrville. So
Wow, okay.
I won't be too far away.
That's not too far, yeah.
And I'll probably be playing a lot in the hill country, so that's kind of the plan right now.
So, again, we've got Kay O'Neill. She's performing here Friday Night Live at Broadway 3 tonight, going on from 7 till about 10 tonight, doing some originals and some cover songs probably too.
And some new, unreleased.
And some brand new stuff.
Yeah.
Very good. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this last because you've been playing around these parts for a while.
Yes.
And you have we could call a residency over at Norris, right?
Yes, I have.
So,
the last 4 years.
I mean, which is interesting because you got Garth Brooks playing like Las Vegas, and you got all these big names, but it's kind of cool when somebody says, hey, you know what, you have a regular gig here every Friday night, every Saturday night, whatever that day is.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to be able to have somebody's faith and build your own crowd that comes in. And so first of all, from what I understand, you just played your final show recently, right?
I just did last Friday, and it was so like bittersweet.
Yeah.
Just leaving.
End of an era, man.
Literally, what I said, the end of an era. But I'm looking forward to what's coming next.
So
too.
how long had you played at Norris?
4 years.
4 years.
My whole high school career, from when I first started playing country music all the way into like graduation.
It's really funny because for those who may not know, I mean, some people might go, "Oh my God, that's the girl that plays in Norris."
Yeah,
like
literally.
a lot of people define you as that person, right? They're like, "Oh yes, that girl that's at Norris every Friday night."
Yes.
They might not know your name or remember it, and that's not offense to you.
No,
I'm just saying
no.
that's just know,
Yeah.
it's like me. People see me in the street, they're that's a radio
The
guy.
radio guy.
Yeah. So it's like,
I
so it's kind of interesting, being such a staple. So let's go ahead and brag about tell me some of the most interesting and fun things about your residency in Norris.
I loved eating there every Friday night.
Good food.
I love food so much. And just like meeting the regulars and stuff like that, like getting to meet so many awesome people in my community and even like outside that would travel hours just to come see me at Norris. And I don't know, it's just awesome. And also, like, she let me have my CD release party there. We did, like, a going away party this last time, and that was probably the best show I've ever had. So just, I don't know, her support the whole time. You know?
It was funny is I'm getting this, like, Phoebe Buffet vibe off of you.
Smelly cat.
I never saw you play Norris because I've always do our Are You Valid thing here Friday nights. But I get this, like, idea that you'd be up there, like Phoebe in Central Perk, with your little group,
Playing
around.
my unreleased music, Yep,
so
exactly.
And that is a compliment because Friends is my favorite TV show of all time.
I love
I have no
Phoebe.
problem saying that. So have you ever done Smelly Cat like on stage?
No, but I did learn it from my mom because she loves it.
That's fantastic. I'm going to get you to play that one day.
Okay.
That'll be fantastic. That'll be
Maybe
great.
not on the air, but
I'll guest it with you. I'll do a guest appearance. So again, Kay O'Neill is here. She's performing tonight at Friday Night Live, 7 to 10 p.m. Come on and see her. Now let's go do some more music. We were working up to the brand new song you just put out on the radio. But the second release that you put out was called "As Long as the Wind Blows." Give us a little background on this song and how it came to you in the recording process.
it's just a love song, honestly, put simple enough. It's pretty windy around here also.
Mm-hmm. Can be, yeah.
Typically it's dry and windy. And after my first date with this boy I went on, I just was like, man, this is what I've been waiting for, you know? Like, we had been friends for a long time, and it was just, I don't know, love blossoming. And this is definitely one of, like, the most lovey love songs I've ever written.
Now, cut to the end. Did it work out with this guy?
Actually, we didn't work out as a couple, but we are still best friends.
So good friends.
So, yeah.
I think I would talk to you about this before. You got a T-Swift kind of thing going on. You're like a Southwest Texas T-Swift.
I saw
You're just like, I dated a guy once, I'm going to write a song about him.
I saw a TikTok the other day. It was like talking about how when she was 18, she was so out of pocket, like putting everything out on the internet. And I was like, you know what? Me too, honestly. Like, this next album I'm going to put out is going to be fire.
I can see you like just walking by a guy in the HEB parking lot, and he looks at you, and you're like, I'm writing a song. Inspiration. Well, here's another one by Kay O'Neill. Check it out. It's called As Long as the Wind Blows. And we are at Friday Night Live, Broadway 830. This is UvaldeRadio.net.
Things you feel that I'm not accustomed to feel so special, so wanted by you. It was never long I realized how to feel. It couldn't be so wrong to be wanted by you.
UvaldeRadio.net. This is Friday Night Live. We're at Broadway 830, 100 East Main Street in downtown Uvalde. If you can hear my voice and you are in Uvalde local, maybe even the surrounding areas, maybe even Sabinal, you got time to get on down here and see some live music with Kay O'Neill. She's right here. What's up, young lady? It's good to have you back. That was her new song, her second single called As Long as the Wind Blows. We do have our new song. It's called You Are All I See, and we're going to do it here in just a few. But right now, let's get back into chatting here. So Kay, you've been doing this for about 4 years, right?
Maybe even
maybe
5.
longer. Maybe okay. So you did your Nora's thing for 4 years,
yes,
all throughout high school.
Yes.
Just graduated high school. Got plans to become an accountant nerd.
Thanks.
And we were just talking about this while the song was on off the air. The first time you and I met was when I was working at KVOU 104.9 FM. You did a radio interview with me there, and that was your first interview you did, right?
It was, and I played Yellow by Coldplay.
Right. So you were kind of doing different type of stuff,
Yeah.
and you were taking lessons with Studio 3.
Yeah.
And they definitely lean more towards rock.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes sense
Of course.
that you were doing that. But somewhere in there, you found your own voice, and
found my
you've been
roots,
doing
yeah.
this country thing here for quite some time now. So let's go ahead and go back now. Is Studio 3 where you really kind of started trying to hone your craft, or was it even before that?
I think it started before that with like some songwriting type of stuff. Of course, it was very horrible, little like 7-year-old type of stuff. But I wrote a lot of songs when I was little, and then finally I started picking up the guitar. I started singing at Studio 3 about 7 years ago, and then I started doing guitar 2 years later. So
what was that like? And I think I've asked you this before, but going from being able to sing, and then there's a certain amount of I guess coordination that initially that you've got to overcome, right? You've got to be able, okay, now I'm not just singing, I'm also doing stuff with my hands. And for some, I think that can be good, because sometimes when you're singing, you want to find something to do with your hands.
Yeah.
But it is a whole different skill set that you're doing simultaneously.
Yeah.
So what was that like? And when did you feel really comfortable with the guitar in your hand and singing on the mic?
I would say I didn't really feel like I was very comfortable up until about 2 years ago.
Really?
And I've been playing guitar for 5 years, but it took somebody telling me at a picker circle one time that I was just getting too excited. Because I would kind of go with my voice instead of playing two separate things. I don't know if that makes sense.
It kind of does, I guess.
Yeah. So anyways, that was definitely a lot of playing around with it and kind of feeling it out. But it wasn't too bad,
But
honestly.
it doesn't surprise me, because, just being a radio DJ, I remember I went years being on the radio in a big city, not feeling good about the way I sounded. And eventually, I just either got used to it, or I heard enough positive feedback where I was like, okay, I've accepted it. And every now and again, and I'm sure you get this too, when you hear a recording, you're like, oh, is that really what I sound like?
Oh, yeah.
No. Just never goes away, right?
Yeah, it
To a certain
happens.
extent.
And I think it's a good thing, honestly.
But again, getting back to our original point, you are just during this interview, you're much more comfortable now than you were, when you were that little girl 4 years ago.
Yes.
So give us, I guess. So this is kind of a nice little kind of bookend for me and you as far as our little professional relationship goes. Since we did that years ago, and now you're heading off to do your college thing and expand on your career. So what is? Give me some more highlights about how some of the fun things you did in the last few years.
Went and recorded my first album in Nashville, obviously. That has been awesome, putting all that music out. And I finally got it all released last May. And not this past one, the one before that. And then currently I'm working on recording my own stuff in my room and just mastering it, releasing it myself. And actually this next single is one of those that I recorded in my room. So, yeah.
So now, how did you, as far as feeling comfortable in recording yourself and putting this down, was that just a lot of paying attention in the studio, or did you just do a lot of trial and error? How did you kind of, obviously you're kind of self-taught as far as engineering goes. What's that experience like?
It's been a lot of trial and error, especially on this last song that I just did. But I learned a lot doing scratch recordings, actually, for Nashville. And then when I went, I was actually interested in pursuing audio engineering. And then I just was like, okay, there's not enough, money in the field. So my dad was like, there's no point in going to college for that. I was like, okay, yeah, true. I can just figure it out myself.
Stay an accountant.
Yeah, I was like, I'll just figure it out myself. So that's what I did. And
because if you're an auto engineer and you don't make any money, there'll be no money to account for.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right, yeah.
So anyways, then I just kind of started playing around with it. And like maybe after I wrote the song, actually, I was like, I just want to put it out. I don't want to wait. I don't have like the money right now. I'm going to be a broke college student to be recording. So I was like, I'm just going to try it out myself and see how it goes. And I wanted this one to be an acoustic one. So I did it, and it worked out pretty great. I learned a lot from it, and there's some things I would change. But, you know, now I'm working on new stuff that I think is way better, and I'm so excited.
So now you mentioned you recorded in your bedroom.
Yes.
Acoustic-wise, I mean, do you have like, you know, because this is South Texas. I mean, there's chickens in everybody's front yard and feral cats and everything. I know that I have a home studio, and I record out of that. And man, there's dogs barking. I mean, I could be interviewing like Randy Rogers or like Motley Crue and be like, but were there challenges of just kind of doing it at home and keeping everything kind of on the legit level there?
I have a Chihuahua and a Yorkie, and the Chihuahua, oh my gosh, she is so loud. Like, she has a little collar, and it just jingles all the time. So if you hear that in there, hopefully you don't, but that's what it is. It's Bonita.
If you turn up the left channel really loud, you can hear, Yo quiero Taco Bell. Oh, you got that joke. It's not too old for you. Okay, it's a reference that you got. But again, we got Kay O'Neill here. She's got a new song we're about to play here in a minute, and just graduated high school, heading off to college very soon. Go ahead and what other highlights? Obviously, recording music. Well, tell me what's in the future. Then you're going to college. Are you going to continue to play in the Hill Country?
I am planning.
Are you going to work on trying to get another residency somewhere?
I'm definitely going to try to play around. I've talked to Lukenbach. I know a bunch of places up there because during COVID, I spent a lot of my time in Kerrville playing at picker circles and stuff like that. So I met some really great friends, and I'm hoping that those connections will help me whenever I go up there. But I'm really looking forward to being up there and playing with my friend Shane Stump. Finally getting to see him more often again.
That's right, Shane. Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, it'll be good because, I mean, you know, Uvalde, we've got a few musicians around, but that area has definitely got more people coming and going.
Yeah,
so you'll definitely be able to kind of rub elbows and, you know, just kind of, I don't know, maybe some osmosis and, you know, I mean.
And diffusion?
The more people that are, we're sounding like nerds again. The more people that are, you know, musicians that are around, you just kind of, that energy, you know, it's infectious. And who else? Are you looking forward to gigging with anybody or opening up for anybody or just kind of working with anybody?
Really like him, and then hopefully I get to play with maybe Alan Love again. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's one of my good friends and stuff like that. So I'm just looking forward to meeting new people, honestly, making new connections and playing new venues. So it'll be fun.
So as far as college goes, are you actually, you know, are you getting into a dorm, an apartment? So you're doing the girl on her own thing.
I'm doing the whole full college experience.
Now I know, and again, you're not going too far away from home, but it's far enough to where that man over there is going to be worrying his butt off, right?
He's definitely he's already told me he's gonna come see me every weekend.
That's a good way to go.
At least that's what he thinks.
You know, and it's tough because I mean, I don't know. Are you the only daughter? Well, you got an older.
Well, I mean, I have sisters, but they're my mom's children.
Gotcha. Okay.
But my dad has no other ones.
So you know, as a dad, you think about this from the day you're born. That little girl's born. It's like, you know, we talked about this off the air. I've got a 17-year-old who's going to be. She's a senior this year, and her plan is to go to Baylor. Next year. So you know, I'm thinking, okay, I might be moving to North Texas. You know, I'm going to go to because I want to give her freedom, but I want to be close enough to where I can visit her at the drop of a hat. So we have roots in Dallas.
Yeah.
So, but you know, Dallas close enough to where I can be there, but not hovering over her.
Yeah, very
so
true.
You think Dad might just get a little extra room somewhere? Or?
He wanted to move to Kerrville. He talked about it for like 2 years before this. Before I had even decided
and then you're like,
I wanted
no,
to go
Dad.
to Kerrville.
Because you could just imagine just going out and he's just snooping around the corner.
100%.
Yeah.
And he actually, Shane's parents, he's already told them to like keep an eye on me. So I know that's going to be another problem, but it's okay.
He's a good guy, so
and I'm not going to do anything crazy as far as I know.
And you're a good girl, right? So
yeah.
So what are you looking forward to in the college experience? I mean, you are a good girl, so I don't think you're going to be like, it's not going to be like party all the time.
You know what I'm most excited about living on campus is the gym. So I'm a big gym rat, and that's like something I've picked up the last 4 years. And I'm so looking forward to that. And then, of course, just making new friends. Like, I always love making new friends. And maybe, like, exploring churches around the area, stuff like that. Just, I don't know.
Yeah, this is a little bit personal, but do you have a boyfriend right now?
No, I do
so
not.
You're
I am so single.
So you're heading into college as a single and ready to mingle. Do you think that as a student, as a college student, do you think it would be better for you and kind of your way to have kind of a relationship that you can kind of just kind of be consistent with, or just a freedom and not have that boyfriend?
See, I'm really bad about
You're a
that.
free bird,
I'm
huh?
a free bird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say Free Bird by Leonard Skinner. That's my song right there.
Wow. Okay. Look at that.
I'm
No,
trying,
yeah.
so-
Well, you know, and guys, they can be possessive, and you're
Yeah.
an entertainer, so there's
Yeah,
always going to be a
exactly.
guy tipping you or asking for your phone number or checking you out on
Yeah.
Facebook or Insta or whatever. And
Yeah.
then there's I'm sure you're done with a little bit of that
I
to
have,
begin with.
yes, I have.
There's another T Swift song ready to go.
No, I've already got some written like that.
The next album, The College Years.
The college years.
It's gonna be good
So I
stuff.
got to cover the high school years. I haven't even gotten those out yet.
Well, it's been really good catching up with you. Let's go into the new song. Give us a little background on. This is the one you're talking about that you
Yes.
recorded on your own.
Yes, in my room.
It's called "You Are All I See." Give us a little background on the lyric inspiration and the music.
So speaking of boyfriends, I just broke up with my first really serious relationship about a year ago, and I wrote this one right
You're a
after that.
heartbreaker, huh? You said that entire sentence with the biggest smile on your face. I just want you to know that.
Well, that's kind of how I cope with things, is I just laugh about it, you know? Okay, so anyways, it's so heartbreaking.
She's
Anyways,
like, I just broke up with my boyfriend.
no, it was bad. Okay, but anyways, so that happened a year ago, and I got the idea to write the song. So kind of the first thing that sparked the idea for the song was probably about, 3 months after we had broken up, and I was trying to move on, and it's his memory was everywhere, and we were best friends for 5 years. So
Oh, yeah, that's always tough
it was
that way.
even worse, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like, dang, I'm trying to move on, and I just can't. And I was at the gym one day, and I had met this dude that I really liked, and we had hit it off, and he was telling me he had eaten that Whataburger that day. I was like, oh, did you get the patty melt? And fun fact about not a fun fact, about my ex, he hated onions, and he would not let me order them, and if I did, I had to go home. It was bad. It was so
I like
bad.
this guy. I hate onions too.
No, yeah. So, anyways, I asked the dude. I was like, did you get the patty melt? He was like, no, I'm not a big onion fan. And literally in my head, I was like, red flag. Yeah. And so, anyways, then I realized that's kind of what inspired the song.
It's interesting because this conversation started off very kind of romantic and heartfelt, and then we got into patty melts somehow.
Yeah.
But it still works.
And patty melts killed it. Killed it.
Y'all check it out. This is brand new and self-engineered, recorded
Yes.
in her bedroom. This is Kay O'Neill from Sabinal, Texas. It's called "You Are All I See," and this is Friday Night Live on UvaldeRadio.net.
And every person that I meet, you are all I see. In every place I go and eat, there's somewhere we should be. You did me wrong, we don't belong. We've known it all along. But your memory won't set me free. You're all I see. Every song that enters in my ear whispers you're so near. And every book that I pick up makes me wish we had the love. But we're so far, we've grown apart. We bursted our bright star. Still, your memory won't set me free. You're all I see. I've got to be strong, try to move on. And though I
'Cause you always
UvaldeRadio.net. It's Friday Night Live at Broadway 830 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. We do it every Friday night, featuring the rising stars of Texas music. Tonight's featured guest is Kay O'Neill out of Sabinal, Texas. Now, first of all, is it Sabinal? 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 How do you
call
say
it Sabinasty, but
Sabinasty.
I'm just kidding. No, Sabinal.
Sabinal, right?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So I've been saying it kind of correctly. So
Yeah.
Kay, it's been really cool talking to you. The brand new song there, You Are All I See. I'm sure you're going to perform it tonight here, out here in the patio.
Hopefully, if it's quiet enough, if I have a good listening crowd, I definitely will.
Well, we got to turn the Big Ass Fan on again. It is a brand named Big Ass Fan,
Yeah.
so I wasn't
I
just
like
trying
it.
to be mean on the radio. But y'all come out and see Kay. She's got a tip jar, so give her some gas money. Get back to Sabinal. Tell me, you got any merch for on sale today, CDs and
I'm
stuff?
out of a lot of stuff right now, but I do have pics and I have CDs. So
Picks and CDs. All right, so y'all
Yeah.
grab some limited edition Kay O'Neill stuff because she's going to get real big. She's going off to college. She's going to be a big girl, break hearts. She's going to write that next T Swift record, and you ain't going to recognize her when she's on MTV. It's going to be crazy. Yeah, because then you're gonna instead of you dating seven nasty boys, you'll be dating like Hollywood big, guys,
No, that'd be
record,
bad.
recording artists and whatnot, like T Swift. But go ahead and give us the rundown of anything that we didn't talk about that we need to know. If you got some cool shows coming up or the website, all that good stuff.
I really don't have anything going on right now, but you can definitely follow me on Facebook and Instagram if you are interested in keeping up with any of my gigs that are coming up here pretty soon. It's just Kay O'Neill Music on pretty much everything. That's pretty much
Kay
all.
O'Neill Music, and thank you for being out here again this evening. It's really
Thank
cool.
you for having me.
Congratulations again on graduation, and best of luck to you as you head out to college and spread your wings and write more songs about crazy guys, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. So, wait now, is there any ETA you got for any more new music besides this new one you just released?
I am working on so much right now,
Mm-hmm.
so I thought I was gonna have something out before I graduated, but that didn't go to plan. So I'm hoping maybe before the fall starts back up, I might have one or two out. But I've just been writing so many. I really want to get out to everybody.
So basically, just find Kay O'Neill Music online.
Follow me on
Follow that,
Spotify.
and you will find the new music. It'll hit you in the face before you know it. So again, y'all come out and see us here tonight at Broadway 830 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. Live music from now till 10 p.m. with Kay O'Neill. That's going to wrap it up here for Friday Night Live. I'm Robert Miguel. We now resume regular programming. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.